What's up, YouTube?
What it is, YouTube?
This is your boy, the Black Senpai.
And this your boy TY on the right side.
And today we're going to be reacting to a new death battle that they just came out with, Screwattack. They came out with a death battle between Hawk and Doomsday.
Yes.
Now, normally we don't really react to I was about to say Doomsdays. Normally we don't really react to death battles because, well, really they tend to be long videos and things like that. But I figure if we just watch the fight, then, you know, we should be good. We've already seen the part where they analyzed
them both.
Yeah, they analyzed the two characters, so we have a good idea of what strength each one has. Do you have any predictions?
My prediction is going to be that the Hawk is going to find out a way to kill Doomsday because he's smart, but they're going to say Doomsday is not going to die from that again when he comes back.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, it depends on what exactly they're looking for. If they're looking for someone that, like, the first one to die, I think Hawk is going to win. But if it's, like, someone that completely makes the other one cease, then obviously Doomsday can't be permanently killed, and thus he would be the one that wins. So I'm thinking Hawk is going to come out on top on this fight. Mainly because when they were doing analyzing it, sounded like Hawk is stronger than Doomsday.
Yeah. Well, they said that Hawk can lift 2 tectonic plates, and they said Doomsday punched through the Phantom Zone and broke Wonder Woman's zone.
Yeah, but Wonder Woman, like they used her example of saying like, well, she helped pull the Earth. The key word is she helped pull the Earth. Yeah. Hawk destroyed planets himself. Yeah. So I mean, I think that Hawk has an advantage. Anyway, well, let's get right into the fight and see
let's go.
It's an ugly fake hole. You know, that's one thing Screwattack always does, right? They know how to make a fight scene. I still think their best fight scene was the one between Sam Fisher and I think it was Solid Snake, maybe? Sam Fisher and Solid Snake, I think it was.
I don't know.
Splinter Cell. I never really got like why putting cars on his hand made him stronger. Like technically aren't the cars weaker than his fist? So that's like putting on gloves almost.
Damn.
That was honestly surprising. Because they didn't really take Hulk's healing factor into account.
KO! Oh, that was beautiful!
With the Hulk's immeasurable power and Doomsday's
Dang.
impossible immortality,
expecting that.
this truly felt like a fight between an unstoppable force and an immovable object.
Hulk may have had the advantage in raw strength, at least at his full potential, but Doomsday could certainly hold his ground. His victories against the likes of Superman and Darkseid prove he can take a hit from someone strong enough to break planets.
And by experience, Doomsday had the speed advantage. He regularly fights foes with light speed capabilities, while that kind of speed is an extreme rarity in the Marvel Universe. In fact, the only foe that fast who Hulk's ever seemed to keep pace with in a one-on-one match was Sentry, and that was when he was at his most powerful stage, Worldbreaker Hulk.
So overall, Hulk had strength and Doomsday had speed, but neither completely outclassed the other. At first glance, this one looked like it could go either way.
Which means the
God,
devil's
that
in the
fucking Doomsday
very
CGI.
tiny details.
So why couldn't the Hulk's infinite strength just
That's
keep
pretty
rising
bad.
and eventually overwhelm Doomsday?
Well, even assuming Hulk's strength was infinite, his healing factor was not. Don't get me wrong, it can only be overtaxed by hits from absurdly powerful beings such as Zeus or Sentry, whom Doomsday certainly compares.
Naturally, Doomsday's crazy strength and speed started wearing that healing factor down.
Here's where it gets a bit tricky. The Hulk may look like a giant green monster, but he's still technically human, and his power directly correlates with his anger. A human being's anger stems from an increase in hormones and adrenaline in the body. However, the brain can only produce these chemicals at such a rate for a limited time, eventually giving up and turning apathetic.
You
Therefore,
can't just keep getting
Hulk's
mad.
limitless power could never have existed without his healing factor. It's the key. It allowed his body to continue producing hormones and adrenaline far beyond the norm, theoretically an endless supply, thus increasing his superhuman power to an immeasurable degree. So
And this is why
Doomsday
Thanos
overtaxing his
can
healing
kill
factor
the
meant
Hulk.
the Hulk could no longer maintain his increasing rage and Hulk form.
And if you're still skeptical, that's why there's a bunch of times in comics when a huge impact forced the Hulk to turn back into Bruce Banner, including that battle
That's what I
between
said.
Worldbreaker Hulk
If
and
he gets hit
Sentry.
hard enough,
With
he's
his
gonna go
healing
back.
power beaten down, he literally couldn't keep himself angry enough to stay in Hulk mode.
I love science, but there's still one more thing. Thanks to his battles with Superman and other Kryptonians, Doomsday has evolved to a point where it's basically impossible to kill him with brute force alone.
So Hulk couldn't have killed him by just getting angry enough to punch harder than Doomsday ever felt.
Precisely. Here's the proof. Superman and Doomsday eventually had a rematch, in which Superman was much more powerful than their first battle. As we discussed before, Superman's power is also potentially limitless by way of continually absorbing solar energy, and at this point in his story, he'd begun to discover that.
But try as he might, despite his increased power, Supes couldn't kill Doomsday with blunt force a second time.
Ultimately, Doomsday's immunity to being ripped, impaled, incinerated, blasted with energy, and being beaten by blunt force from both focused and multiple sources means Hulk just didn't have the options available to take Doomsday out before his healing factor was overtaxed.
On this day, Hulk met his doom. Doomsday.
The winner is Doomsday.
It's still kind of depressing.
Yeah.
Next
So what's the
time
next
on
Death
Death Battle.
Hey guys, I'm Ben. I play Wiz. This is
they
Chad. He
only
plays
showed half
Boomstick.
of it.
And next up, we've got Zoro from One Piece. Stick to our Twitter to find out who he's going to be fighting.
Want to watch Death Battle on your big screen? First members can now download the Xbox One and Apple TV apps. It's great, but super important. We just launched a brand new video game. It's Super Rad Ray
Okay.
Gun. Link in the description.
So-
Click it. Check it out.
Yeah, that's
Surprising.
Yeah, I was surprised. They're right though.
Yeah, they hit a lot of.
They're
points
definitely
in there.
right. Hulk may be stronger, but he doesn't have a way to kill Doomsday.
Yeah,
I guess that's what we weren't thinking about.
and his strength has too many variables. Like he has to stay mad, and he has to Well, first he has to get to that point, and then he has to stay at that point for like the rest of the fight.
Yeah, like Doomsday had to kill Bruce Banner's mom or something. like he would have had to be really mad. And even if he was really mad, what can Hulk do besides smash? His main power, Doomsday can't die from that. So it makes sense. Thor might be able to kill Doomsday. Because Thor can do different stuff.
Maybe has Doomsday ever been electrocuted?
I don't know.
Well, that's one option right there.
I will say this though, like not trying to like start a war or anything, but there's not a lot of Marvel. I'm gonna say it, bro. There's not a lot of Marvel heroes that can beat DC people.
Yeah, that is true.
like I'm sorry, but like I love Marvel. They make better movies, in my opinion. They make some beastie ass movies, but seriously, the Avengers can't fuck with the Justice League, and that's just the truth.
Yeah.
Which means that the Justice League villain would have to be 10 times stronger than a Marvel villain. Like for real.
Now the death battle I want to see is Darkseid versus Thanos.
Because they're basically the same type of enemy.
Yeah, they pretty much are. But I'm
the
still
same.
curious as to which one is stronger than which.
But Darkseid would be stronger though. But then again, Doomsday killed Darkseid.
They said almost killed him.
Almost killed Darkseid. I don't know. I know Doomsday's the strongest
But
villain.
Doomsday also beat the Justice League single-handedly too. So I'm assuming he can beat the Avengers single-handedly, like without a doubt. So,
Hell yeah.
I mean, that would only make it seem like he can beat Thanos also.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was our reaction. If you like it, be sure to leave some comments down below. Hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button.
One more thing I want to say before you end this
What?
stuff. It would actually be disrespectful if they would have had Hawk win that, now that I'm thinking about it. Because think about that. You're trying to tell me the Hawk can beat somebody who beat the entire Justice League and is a Justice League villain? That's like Thanos losing to Superman. Marvel fans would be pissed off. Like, Thanos is like he's like the guy leading up to all this shit. And you're trying to tell me one character can beat him? No, these are villains made for multiple.
It depends.
It'll be disrespectful.
It depends on what part in Superman's life do you have him going up against Thanos.
That's true. Because future Superman, of course, is a
Would
god.
wipe.
He's a
wipe
god.
these people out.
But you know what I mean, though. Like, that would be disrespectful if Hulk just whooped Doomsday's ass.
Yeah.
It would be disrespectful.
Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and try to do a few fan videos next. That's what we have next. We got to do the fan videos.
Yeah.
And then, that will be our uploads, I guess. But anyway, we're gonna give you guys the deuces and proceed to the next video.
Deuces.